I thought it was interesting too about we know, or many people, we know what we have in the records for the fall of Atlantis, and different reasons why it fell, and different groups or factions that were attempting to save Atlantis too. Specifically, Dolores Cannon has she wrote some books and put out some channelings specifically on that, which I found really interesting, about a group of women that were attempting to prevent the downfall of Atlantis. And even it came through last week, I think, when Tatiana was talking about where as we're feeling into the like golden, crystalline, and above templates and timelines, it's a spectrum, right? It's a spectrum from here to here, or like if you picture like a spiral, like what's behind me here, and as long as we're trying to net spiral up, that's the goal, heading back to unity consciousness. And we're in this current incarnation, but as we activate our frequency of remembrance, which many of us have throughout this year in our community, and hopping on all these calls together, and we're able to remember, and then eventually we worked our way through in JJ's community, not only the restoration, and then in our community the actual like quantum harmonization, because all of that knowledge is like, it's great to have, it's super dope to be able to like channel and remember all these different timelines and access our different lives and all that. But really, at the end of the day, in order for that embodiment frequency to really like be resonant in the now moment, to be like coherent, for our field to be coherent, that's where the harmonization comes in, the restoration, reconciliation. Specifically, you'll hear me talk about harmonization. And Lemuria, for me, is definitely connected to Atlantis, and I think that's why it came through in the frequency that it did. We're channeling a much more higher octave, like crystalline, golden, some would even say diamond too. Whatever feels most aligned to you. But that's kind of the purpose of our call today, is not only the remembering these lifetimes that we spent not only in Atlantis but also Lemuria and other timelines as well. So yeah, if you guys are ready, does anybody have anything before we hop in here? We'll kind of open our sacred space together. Today the frequency is going to be, for the call, it'll be a guided activation, kind of more traditional format for us in Limitless Creators, kind of a guided activation, and then just some co-channeling, co-weaving. Next week, if you're listening to this on the playback, it's the 8th of December. Thank you so much for joining us here in the now moment, whether you're listening on the replay on YouTube or your otter. Deeply, deeply honored and grateful for every single person who's here in our community. So thank you so much. I love to always just start with some gratitude. As we open our sacred space together, feel free to start getting comfy, grab your crystals, cards, turn the lights down, drop off the camera if you need to. Starting to get some of that movement in. Always love like some somatics. Ooh, man. Making space. This has come through. I think we've been talking about it for months, about like the bones, the spaces in between the spine, your central channel, pranic cord, starting to release our day, releasing any misalignments, any unwanted frequencies, any disharmony, any stress, anxiety, tension in the body. Starting to connect to your body as well, too. Arriving in the now moment. Finding your breath. Starting to tap into what I like to call not only just the inhale and the exhale. You'll hear me talk about the frequency of a 3D breath as well too. A 3D breath being when you breathe in, inhaling through the front of your body into your heart. So inhaling through the front, hold, and then exhaling out the back, through the sides. Finding another breath here, inhaling through the front into your heart chakra, higher heart. Exhaling out the sides and the back of your heart. Consider making some sounds. The next part of the 3D breath is in through the sides. So you can go in one side or in both sides. And then exhaling out the opposite side. Exhaling out the opposite side. Feel free to tone, hum, buzz, sing, speak light language. For the last part of the 3D breath, you're going to breathe in through your root, so in through the bottom. Exhaling out through the crown, soul star at the top. Another breath here, big deep breath, biggest one yet. Exhaling through the crown. Continue breathing on your own, finding your heart center. Following the natural rhythm of your breath, giving yourself permission here, allowing yourself to fully receive. And as you breathe, imagine crystalline particles of iridescent starlight begin to swirl in to that space around and surrounding you. You can picture this with your awareness, with your third eye, with your breath. Breathing in those crystalline particles, starlight, stardust. This is primal organic plasma, allowing these light particles entering and imagining them coming in through the crown, moving down through your central column, your central pillar, and they begin to infuse light blue plasma throughout your pranic cord or your spinal column, filling it with light. We now open this multidimensional sacred space, calling in our guides, helpers, allies, guardians, elders, angelic protectors, earth elements, air, earth, water, fire, ether, and the elementals. Welcoming in the galactic children and our inner children, pure, radiant, and whole. Asking them to join us in the frequency of joy and play and remembrance. We now invite the Crystalline Lemurian Council to step forward, weaving in those frequencies of remembrance, compassion, grace, and quantum coherence. Inviting in any other councils, your galactic council, personal councils as well. Taking a few moments here to call in any other frequencies at this time that you normally like to weave with. Welcoming in our higher self, highest purest essence, God, source, creator. Sensing them arriving, stepping forward into our field. The Crystalline Lemurian Council, beings of ancient lights, encoded with oceanic wisdom, starting to call forward any intentions that you have for our session today. We always like to be intentional. You can place your hand on your heart or the womb or your hara. Calling forward your intentions now with your breath. Feel free to speak them out loud. You can unmute, type them into the chat, or just say them right there where you're at. Breathing into your heart center and gently asking yourself, what is my highest intention for this journey of remembrance? And then allowing a word, a symbol, a feeling to come forward. With your intention, you can whisper aloud or anchor it silently into your heart or this field that we have opened here, or offer it to the Lemurian Council, knowing that they will receive it and witness your intention with reverence and encode it into this crystalline field that we are building together, allowing the scene around you with your awareness to shift gently, sending your awareness up and out, your crown, soul star, up your quantum pillar of light, dissolving and allowing the scene to shift, starting to visualize what appears to be a crystalline Lotus gateway opening within the ocean. You can picture it as a portal of iridescent light, swirling. Allow yourself to step through this threshold and notice now as you begin descending into the ancient continent of Lemuria, encoded within your DNA, soul memory, and timeless Akashic records. You can walk barefoot across the rose gold sand here. Notice the waves lapping in liquid light. See if you can hear the waves, feel the water or that rose golden sand with your feet. Inviting your inner child to come and play as well. The galactic children to play within this space. Our guides have come with us also. And moving ahead here, off into the distance, you can see an emerging Lemurian temple rising up. It's not built, it was grown. Living crystal, humming with soft harmonic tones. Hiara ar akotu, hiara ar akati hiao hoti hiara ar. If you need to speak your light language, sing, hum, buzz, feel free. It's not distracting at all. Hiara ar akotu hia katia hiao. And as you step inside this temple space, notice as you're bathed in plasmic frequencies of silver, turquoise, pale pink, and violet. The walls pulse with harmonic frequencies, beginning to activate your personal higher harmonics. Encoding and bringing online your fifth density memory stores. Looking around and slowly stepping forward and entering deeper. See if you feel drawn into a specific space or room. Maybe following your inner child down, entering into a large hall. This is the Hall of Remembrance. This sacred space holds your Lemurian records, your gifts, your role, your voice, your harmony. A Lemurian council representative steps forward and invites you to sit or lie down in a lotus position. Or you can lie down. In front of you is a large crystal slab of opalescent light pink or light red quartz, almost holographic in a way. But if it feels most aligned, using your discernment here, your body begins to harmonize with this temple's elevated frequency. Your body begins to settle in here, finding your breath once again, remembering to breathe as you're sitting in lotus position or lying on this pink or light red quartz slab. Your breath begins to deepen. You arrive at the threshold of quantum harmonization. This is a 0-point field where all frequencies meet, dissolve, and reweave into coherence. It's not really a place, it's more of a state of being. You can picture it as the space in between the inhale and your exhale, in between sound and silence, past and future. Notice as a vertical stream of crystalline white light connects down, dropping down from your higher self through your soul star, moving through your chakras, descending down, anchoring you in here into your root, and then the soul star below. This is your axis of remembrance. This pillar pulses with the unified frequencies of Lemuria, but also Sirius, Pleiadian, and inner earth frequencies. And as this light, you can picture this large quantum pillar of light moves through your body. It harmonizes all discordant frequencies. Any emotional turbulence dissolves like mist. Mental loops are stilled like water made into glass. Any cellular disturbances or distortions are recalibrated into your crystalline template. And we now begin the harmonic attunement process. As it moves through your multi-dimensional energetic body here, continuing to breathe. First, the crystalline light infuses into your muscles, bones, and your skin. Every cell opens to receive. Your body begins to remember how to self-regulate, self-heal, and self-harmonize. Next, waves of soft aqua and rose gold frequencies flood the heart field. All unexpressed emotions are expressed without judgment into this field. Old stories are gently lifted into the light for transformation. A violet gold current begins to move through you, clearing out old belief systems, any intrusive thoughts or misaligned patterns. There's an invitation here to let go of everything that you thought you needed to be. Next, your subtle energetic matrix and auric fields are recalibrated to the frequency of 0-point harmony, beyond duality, beyond your identity. You remember your infinite and divine nature. You can visualize a golden crystalline lotus blooming in the center of your heart. You can even tap on your heart too. With your awareness, see each petal opening, feeling as you receive new tones, codes, and sequences from the Crystalline Lemurian Council. These are personalized upgrades, restoring your sovereign light architecture, forming around you a crystalline sphere of unified light, expands from your center, creating a field of harmonic resonance around you. This is your unique vibrational signature, calibrating, attuning, your entire being returning back to wholeness. The Lemurian Council and your soul aspects witness this sacred transmission with a frequency seal. That sphere around you is a pink-violet light, encoding and wrapping in spiraling geometry. The seal stabilizes the integration process over the coming hours or days for you. And now that the quantum harmonization process has been completed and encoding gently concludes, you find yourself being gently lifted from the crystalline slab by soft bands of light. The Lemurian Council invites you to explore moving forward throughout this elaborately decorated space in large, open, futuristic halls. You can let your inner child lead you. Or just allow your inner child to play here. And as moving forward, you enter a space with 4 expansive crystalline chambers. Each holds a harmonic facet of the crystalline golden Lemuria. These are temples within the greater temple. Each of these chambers is accessed through the heart and your soul, guided by your own intention. You arrive at the entrance of the first chamber through a softly glowing arc of crystalline vines, each leaf shimmering with opalescent light. This is the chamber of embodied resonance and presence. the threshold where you come home to your body as a temple. You're invited here to remove the veils of the human mind, concerned with the past, present, and future, releasing the need to know, and simply just be. You are met by a Lemurian being bathed in light. Notice and see if their frequency feels familiar. Next, this being guides you into a circular crystalline space made of sun-charged quartz and golden sand. The ground is warm and humming with the heartbeat of Omagaya. And you are welcomed into a sacred movement ritual, allowing your body to begin to move like water or a prayer, gently swaying your spine like the motion of ocean kelp. You can find some movement here, rolling your shoulders back, opening your heart space, stretching your arms up and out like cactus branches or cactus pose. And letting your breath move through you like waves. Inhaling to rise, exhaling to root down. Just like the pulsing waves of the ocean. And as you move here, crystalline frequencies rise from the earth beneath your feet, and the floor pulses with radiant golden light. This is solar plasma encoded with the frequency of Lemurian remembrance. It harmonizes within your cellular memory, reawakening the blueprint of your vitality, childlike joy, and sacred embodiment. Continuing to breathe, you hear soft harmonic tones expanding all around you. Light language and singing. These tones are not just sound, they are intelligence, guiding your body back into perfect coherence. We are reminded here that your bones carry ancient star codes. Your skin remembers the sunlight of golden Lemuria, and your breath is the bridge between our worlds. And as the movement comes into stillness, your body feels rooted, radiant, and ready. You've reconnected with your sacred somatic intelligence, not just as a vessel, but as a living crystalline conductor of light. Golden filaments extend from your solar plexus, your heart, and your spine, and then anchoring you fully into the Lemurian grid. And the entire chamber responds here, glowing much more brightly in resonance with your presence. You breathe the truth into every cell. The Lemurian guardian bows gently as you walk forward. And you gently follow a curving walkway made of iridescent crystal. Notice as each step here activating soft tones beneath your feet. Almost like a keyboard or a piano, like singing chords resonating in perfect harmony with your heart. And the path opens into a radiant Lemurian communication frequency dome. This is a circular chamber woven from translucent aqua gold crystals. And the entire space hums with a living intelligence. Deeply ancient. This is the chamber of crystalline communication where truth moves effortlessly, heart to heart, and soul to soul. Looking above you, the ceiling forms a vast crystalline lattice shaped like a Merkaba, interwoven with water and starlight, transmitting the frequencies of telepathy and empathy and pure expression. And as you step here inside, and if it feels most aligned to you, there's a warm current of energy that begins spiraling down from above, enveloping your throat chakra. It feels cool like fresh stream water, yet warm like the glow of morning sunlight. This chamber recognizes your presence and responds, amplifying the unique vibration of your authentic voice. Along the walls, Lemurian glyphs made of liquid light activate in sequence, each representing a facet of communication, truth without harm, lighting up expression without fear, listening without defense, telepathy through resonance, creation through spoken frequency, and lastly, unity through shared presence. A Lemurian guide now approaches, carrying a crystalline shard shaped like a tuning fork. They gently place it at the center of your throat chakra, and it dissolves into your energy body, clearing lifetimes of suppression, moments when your voice was silenced, when your words were misunderstood, when speaking your truth felt unsafe. A wave of shimmering aqua light flows through your throat, your jaw, towards your ears, down into your heart, expanding up into your nervous system and the mind, and lastly, pulsing through your entire central channel, This recalibrates your internal communication system to broadcast only that which is aligned, clear, and true. You begin to hear your higher self much more clearly now. Thoughts feeling lighter, more spacious and loving. And you can sense your inner child giggling as their voice becomes much more audible, more welcomed and more integrated. And the Lemurian guide gestures towards a pool of liquid crystal at the center of the room. You lean over it and you can see your reflection. This reflection of you, not as a physical form, but as a radiant pattern of sound and light. Your unique soul signature voice appears as concentric ripples of color, hues of aqua for emotional clarity, hues of gold for truth and empowerment, hues of lavender for your intuition and higher communication, and hues of rose for compassion and softness. And as you breathe, watch your field harmonize. The chamber invites you to speak not too loud, but energetically, taking a moment here to anchor your voice within this sacred chamber. You can speak, hum, buzz, sing into the chamber. The crystalline chamber responds with a beautiful harmonic tone. Your soul's communication frequency fully activated. And from this moment on, you are able to connect more deeply with your guides and higher soul aspects, Lemurian and galactic councils, loved ones across the timelines, and your own intuition and inner truth. The chamber reminds you that communication is not merely just speech, it is a frequency, your coherence, and your presence. Every gesture, breath, and thought. Your words now carry crystalline precision in your heartfelt resonance. And as you step towards the doorway, your throat chakra glows like a sapphire sun, signaling that your communication field is fully attuned and ready for the next phase of your crystalline journey. Moving forward, you are gently guided down a crystalline path, glowing with amber and golden frequencies, filled with ancient Lemurian chants, echoing softly in the background, tones that awaken your deepest remembrance. And this path opens into a grand sunlit chamber, a sanctuary carved from shimmering white golden crystal and infused with the streams of solar light codes. This is the throne room of sovereignty. A sacred space where divine will merges with divine love and all distortions dissolve in the purity of your true essence. You step forward barefoot, feeling the warm pulse of Mother Gaia's golden heart grid beneath your feet. Looking around the room is surrounded by 12 crystal pillars. Each one of these pillars is aligned with a solar gate of higher dimensional awareness. And in the center of the room rests a luminescent Lotus throne carved from opalescent crystal. And taking your time here, becoming curious as you sit down, getting comfortable, you feel yourself simultaneously expanding into your highest multidimensional self, grounding deeply into the earth grids beneath you. A Lemurian high priestess and high priest approach from either side of you, each carrying a piece of your original sovereignty. Placing a golden circlet crown of divine authority is placed upon your head, activating codes of clarity and discernment. Around you, a crystalline mantle of light is draped over your shoulders, shimmering with patterns of sacred geometry, signifying your embodied role as a guardian of harmonic balance. They offer you a staff of luminous plasma light. This staff grounding your power not as control, but as presence, aligned action in your truth. And as these regalia begin to integrate, you feel the dissolution of old timelines where your power was misused, suppressed, or denied. Any energetic contracts, bindings, oaths, or distortions held within your solar plexus or sacral chakras begin to unravel, and you are invited to reclaim all aspects of your power with grace, releasing any fear, any guilt, or any shame from every lifetime across all dimensions. Golden crystalline light radiates from your solar plexus like a sun, connecting you to a grid of other sovereign souls other aspects of yourself, anchoring in the new codes of unity in authenticity. Finally, finishing up into that chamber, moving once again, you are guided through a spiral pathway. The spiral pathway is carved with rose gold mountains of ancient Lemurian crystal, and the air begins to shimmer with memory, like walking through living stardust. You feel the presence of something deeply familiar. As if the land itself is whispering your name across the timelines. Stepping into the chamber of soul memory and crystalline remembrance, time dissolves around you. This room is vast and spherical and filled with floating crystalline glyphs, runes, and encoded symbols of your soul's ancient records. Columns of soft plasma light spiral upward in slow motion, each one of them carrying a different hue: platinum, indigo, sun gold, and pearl opalescence. And in the center stands a multifaceted crystalline archive. You can picture this as a living library, known in Lemuria as the sphere. It is not simply a memory bank, but a quantum crystalline intelligence that is attuned to your original divine design. The sphere holds the holographic imprint of your highest Lemurian essence, as well as your soul agreements across time and space and lineages. You are invited now to step forward if it feels aligned, and to place your hand upon this sphere. And as you do, a wave of energy travels up your arms and into your heart, your crown, and your spine. The sphere awakens and scenes begin to emerge within your awareness. You walking barefoot through the flowering crystal valleys of Lemuria. You singing light codes into the oceans with your star family. You transmitting frequency into sacred stones to store records for future timelines. You anchoring light into the tectonic plates of the Pacific Ring of Fire. You dancing in harmonic circles under the triple suns of a golden age. These are not stories of the distant past, These are living soul codes. Returning to your field in the now moment, you are remembering not through the mind, but through cellular knowing. Finding a place here to sit or lie down, and making yourself most comfortable. I want you to look around here and notice that your Lemurian soul aspects begin to step forward into the field here. You can notice a healer who knew how to work with sound and crystalline grids, an oracle who translated frequencies into color and into song, the architect who co-created temples encoded with sacred geometries, and the child who never forgot how to play with their star family. And if it feels most aligned to you, anchored into your body, sitting comfortable in this space, asking one of your soul aspects to step forward who seems that they are the closest to you, inviting them to step forward now into your field. And if it feels aligned, allowing them to gently begin integrating into your body, finding your breath here, maybe even finding some movement. You begin to feel a deep inner warmth, as if parts of you that have long been asleep are now reawakening. Your Akashic field gently updates. You see a stream of golden crystalline script weaving around you, moving in a clockwise pattern, aligning your personal soul memories with the unified galactic Akashic records. And you are not only remembering, but we are anchoring and contributing your restored frequency back into the collective crystalline grids. And as you breathe this in here, allowing your entire field to soften into that coherence, harmonizing, knowing that you are held, that you are seen, and that you are witnessed. And the chamber around you slowly begins to shift and dissolve into light. The glyphs and symbols returning back to their orbit. And the large sphere, the crystalline library dimming into a soft glow is now imprinted with your updated essence, your updated frequency. And you can step away slowly, carrying with you the warmth of soul remembrance deep within your bones. And as each chamber completes, the Lemurian Council gathers once again. And we'll open our sacred space here for any co-channeling, anything that wants to come forward. Feel free to take your time. I'd love to hear what's coming through for you.
So what comes through for me is the world map you showed at the beginning of the meeting. So in the Pacific Ocean, in the Ring of Fire, yeah, that is where the Lemurian is located. So there is a land that's going to rise in that region. And when we were in the Mount Kailash, so I was with another lady. She carries the Mary Magdalene frequency. So when we were in there, I opened the vault and accessed the disk that's stored there by the solar rishi. So she accessed the disk that's stored there by Lady Nada. So that's about the inner earth has a large crystal, and how to use the sound frequency, the technology of sound frequency to balance the entire field. So I think soon there is going to be land that coming in the Ring of Fire area, which is where Lemuria is at, and we will do some work to stabilize the energy field using sound frequency. And also what we remembered in your guided meditation. So when the Mary Magdalene accessed the disk, she released the technology anchored into the earth, so we can access that technology now. And I think through your guided meditation, we probably reawakened our ability to use that technology. That's what comes through for me.
Wow, that's powerful, Aurora. Thank you for all of that work that you and all of your friends did, too. I'm really looking forward to, yeah, accessing that frequency that you just shared with us as well, activating that, and if there's anything that needs to be done, if we can contribute in any way, just holding space for that in the most aligned way possible. For our, remembrance frequency of Lemuria within the that picture, and I dropped it into the chat. I can drop it in again too here as well, so that everybody can take a look at that. Yeah, I don't know if Christina, did you have anything else? Leslie sounds like she had to leave, but that's okay.
But your guided meditation is really good, and is really long. We went to so many places, and we activated so many remembrance and technology. It's really good. I just hope more people will listen to it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Aurora. Thank you, Christina. I'm kind of sleepy. That was awesome. Yeah. It was an extended meditation. And as I was kind of doing some channeling and some remembering too. Yeah, it felt important to me that the word that's coming through, the word that came through was, I lost it a bit, but the word that's coming forward is that it was like thorough and complete. Thorough and complete is what came through. Because part of what we're doing here on this call and in our community is, co-weaving, pre-gridding for our sister JJ and the calls and the frequencies that she's bringing through for the reactivating of the Atlantis project that she's going to have next week, actually. Well, starting on 12/12, so it's 12/12, 12/13, 12/14, so it'll be 3 days. And we bring through our own frequency together, and that frequency is typically very high frequency, very aligned, very grounded into the quantum field, into the 0 point, and knowing and setting the intention here in this space too, that anything that comes through, whether it's conscious or unconscious, that it comes, my music ended, that we each will get what we need to receive. Also setting that intention for anyone who's listening to the playback. If you made it this far, thank you, first off, for making it this far. And we're really happy to weave with every single person, grid with our community here as the Limitless Creators, and grid with activations with JJ's community as well. And absolutely, if you're listening to the playback, whether it's on the Otter or on YouTube, feel free to leave us a comment and let us know what came through for you. I think those shares are important because not only do we co-activate one another with our shares, we're able to kind of ping off of each person's shares energetically, but it helps to kind of anchor that frequency for our collective, which is one of the reasons that we do all of this. So yeah, I'm really excited for what's going to come through. Excited to, do some integration later on tonight, when I'm sleeping or when you're resting, wherever you're at in the world. Just before we close out of this space and release the Crystalline Lemurian, the chambers and the actual temple itself, just wanting to thank all of our guides, thank all of our helpers, all of our friends, all of the councils, the Crystalline Lemurian Council, Unified, Galactic Unified Council, our personal council, our higher self, highest purest essence, the elementals, the Lemurian beings, the galactic children, our inner children, all of the children frequencies that weave with us. Thanking all of our friends who are co-weaving with us in the astral or the quantum or the on the replays as well. All of the spirit animals that have stepped forward as well too, to assist protection animals, guardian animals, dragon frequency, angelic frequency, and our soul aspects too, pertinent soul aspects, who were there to witness us in the field, who stepped forward to grid and weave with us as we embody this Lemurian capital R remembrance frequency. My energy is mine, your energy is yours. Remembering your intention that you called in earlier, that was brought through. Taking a moment here to rebreathe your intentions. Activating it once again with your breath. Rebreathing that intention in. And then exhaling out through our intentions. Feeling this amazing high frequency co-channeling session with a symbol, sigil, your breath, golden infinity loop. Vesic Pisces. Yeah. And anybody else have any other shares before we call this into completion tonight? All right, well, feel free to unmute and say goodbye, and we will see you tomorrow, Tuesday, at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, rather, for our updated frequency 2, what will now be our reoccurring Tuesday call. If you haven't gotten the update, it's called the Stream of Consciousness. It is going to be essentially a deep channeling space where we will channel for short, mid, long-term goals together. And as always, speak light language and co-activate and co-weave with one another. So thank you guys so much. Have an amazing night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Sending you so much love. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.